derive the relation between linear velocity and angular velocity. For this, first consider an object rotating about z-axis. This is axis of rotation. This is rotating like this. For example, let us imagine this is a potato or stone. It is rotating like this, in this way. Okay. Now, if the object is in pure rotation, each and every particle in this body moves in the circumference of a circle. For example, if you take a particle of mass m here, this is moving along the circumference of a circle of radius r. Okay. If you take another object here of mass m2, another particle of mass m2, this object is having n number of particles. This is rotating like this along the circumference of a circle of radius r2. So let it be r1, r2 and so on. If this is the particle of mass m3, it is rotating like this. So if the object completes one rotation, like this, each and every particle in this body, for example, if you imagine this is rotating like this. This red mark, observe this red mark and the blue mark. If it completes one rotation like this red mark also completes one revolution and green mark also completes one rotation. Okay, understand? Like that. If a body is in rotational motion, each and every particle in that object are moving along the circumference of a circle of different radii. The imaginary line which joins the centers of all those circles, that is axis of rotation. Here, consider an object rotating about an axis. For our convenience, the axis of rotation can be considered as z-axis. This may be the axis of rotation. Consider a particle of mass m here. That particle is rotating, if this object completes one rotation, this particle of mass m also completes one revolution along the circumference of a circle of radius r. P is the initial position of this particle. Okay. What is the mass of this particle? M. P is the position, O is the center. It is rotating like this. Okay. At t equals 0 seconds, P is the position of the particle. After delta t seconds, it takes a new position, P dash. What is the time taken to reach from P to P dash? Delta t seconds. Let PP dash is delta x, and this is the initial position and this is the final position. The angle, the change in position of this radius, OP is the initial position, OP dash is the final position after delta t seconds. Let it be as delta theta. What is the angle subtended by this arc PP dash at the center? Delta theta. From the properties of circles, we know that angle subtended at the center, delta theta, is equal to length of the arc PP dash by radius OP. What is the value of the length of the arc? Let it be delta x. What is OP? Radius of the circular path, that is r. So delta theta is delta x by r. Now differentiate both sides with respect to time r. You can write delta theta by delta t is equal to 1 by r into delta x by delta t. What is delta theta by delta t? Rate of change of angular moment, angular displacement. What is delta x? Change in position. What is delta t? Time taken for that change. Rate of change of position. The change in position by time gives velocity, linear velocity. Change in angular displacement by time gives angular velocity. Delta theta by delta t can be written as omega. R is constant, there is no change in the radius. Initially OP is R, OP dash is also equal to R into V. Cross multiply these two, you can write V equal to R times omega. V is the linear velocity of a particle revolving around the circumference of a circle with linear velocity V. If the particle is here, this is the position, direction of linear velocity. If it reaches the position P dash, it is the linear velocity. Linear velocity is always along the tangent drawn at that point. That is the direction of linear velocity. V equal to R omega. This is the relation between linear velocity and angular velocity. They are asking you derive the relation between linear velocity and angular velocity. To derive that, you have to take any object which is having pure rotational motion. The object is fixed at a particular point and rotating about an axis. Here you consider z axis as axis of rotation. Each and every particle of this body rotates along the circumference of a circle. If the body completes one revolution, each mass completes one rotation. So from that you can derive the relation by taking this concept. You can derive the relation between linear velocity and angular velocity.